Okay, so um, see there is only one. Takes time probably to let people enter. Uh, okay, so just let me know if you can hear me and everything. Okay, so I want to take a short on NQ. Okay, so today's trade will be a short on NQ towards these lows. Alright, I've shared my bias on the Telegram. I don't have Twitter. Alright, Twitter is down, so I didn't share it on Twitter, only on Telegram. So you guys that are in this YouTube probably are via Telegram. So you can see me take this trade. Now, I have two options to take this trade. Okay, so firstly, let's show you why I'm targeting these lows. Alright, let's remove. I think we have some time. We have 10 minutes till market close. Sorry, market open. Now, what do we see on NQ? Okay, so if you've seen my analysis on NQ throughout the time, right? Right. I've always said that if price will stay in this region, I expect it to. Right. I've said that if price stays in this region, I expect it to expand up, right? But once we've had this close and we've had this close at retail, right? If we see, we can see we are in a bullish market structure, right? Now we can take the fib, right, from the low, from this low to this high. We can clearly see we are currently in retail buying zone, right? So if retail are looking at this market structure, they really want to buy at these zones. Now, because they want to buy these zones, right, at this, let's take this SNR point. Now they want to buy over here, right? Price is constantly getting rejected from this place. Now retail are buying these zones and they are placing their stop loss at the low and also at these lows. Now the moment we've closed at the POIs, right, at retail POIs, now I've changed my bias towards the lows, expect the highs, right? Now after taking the lows, right, we can expect a new high, right? But at the moment there are way too many buyers, and I think price needs to go towards the lows. Okay, so it's not just because this is an equal lows, right? It has a background behind it. Now, so this is my targets, right? So my triangle is kind of laggy, but we have these equal lows, right? So this is the first target, and this will be the second target, but I prefer aiming towards this one. Now what we can see also, right, we can also see prices on the 4-hour price is also resting on a support, right? You can see this very major support area. Now price have rejected once from the support. Now I expect it to close, reject again, and go towards the lows, right? Retailers who are buying this support are placing the stop losses over here, right? Most of retailers are that buying the support and placing the stop losses at a safe area, right? And equal lows are most of the time in retail site are safe areas, right? So they aim over here, right, or over here. Now to this region, I think, to these zones, right? Now this is retail position. So retail are buying over here and they are placing the stop losses at the low. So expect price to go towards these lows, right? Attack them. So this is my bias. Let's remove this. I want to do it regular trend line. Now this would be our sell side, right? So I expect price to accumulate at this zone, right? You need to understand that when we have these SNRs, then price accumulates at this point, it just creates a stronger liquidity, okay? So price is or expanding or consolidating, right? So this consolidation happens at retail POIs. On the other hand, the expansions happens when we are towards some target and we are not engineering any retail positions. Okay, so I see we are 17, slowly starting to get traction over here. So this is my target, right? Now I can remove this one. Now this is our target, right? Actually I can have this one, but with a slightly with a gray, right? So this will be our support. Now most of the times I want to see something that a lot of people call inducement, right? That price goes in a certain market structure, we have a high and want to take it, and then we want to continue towards our buy side, so sell side, right? Now over here, this is actually has already happened, right? We had a low, we've taken the low, right? We've created a new bearish market structure leg, and now we've taken its high. Okay, so we have taken one buy side already, right? So let's mark it like this. Please tell me in the chat if you can, if it's choppy, okay? Feels like my trading view is a bit choppy and I don't really see any of your comments, right? And give a like, right, for the Twitter algorithm. I never tell you guys to put a like and I don't have any likes. So okay, so what do I expect, right? We've taken one buy side, right? Now after changing the market structure, we have entered some buyers over here, okay? We've entered some buyers over here that are placing the stop losses at the low. Now, what do I think will happen? I see two scenarios, right? This time I'm going to take, right, two positions. What do I mean in taking two positions? I considering taking the risk of getting stopped out, okay? Based on my strategy and how I'm day trading NQ, I can, right, get stopped out like this, and then I will take another position, right, and the RR will still be worth it, right? So how do I want to take it? So what happened over here is that we've built this again bearish market structure, right? Now we built this bearish market structure, now we've changed it and we gave retail a chance to buy over here, right? So retail had the chance to buy at this zone. So I expect price to continue down from here. So I will short before the open, right? Like this. I will short before the open, and I'm again okay. So I will take a position like this. Not yet, right? Not yet before the open. Position towards the lows. Now, if this won't work, right? If this position won't work, then I will expect something like this, right? Some sort of stop high getting taken, again giving retail a chance to sell, and then I will take another position like this, but I'm willing at the moment taking a short like this. So let me just enter it. Right.
Order filled.
Okay, so I've entered a position like this. So I've entered the position, and let's just view it happen, right? So I see no one. Hey, CCRC. So I'm in this position. I think it's a good one. Okay. Normally I don't take trades into the open, but let's see. Again, I'm willing to take the risk of getting stopped out over here and getting a re-entry at this place. Okay. But this one looks good, right? How we've taken the low, we've changed the market structure, and we've gave retail a chance to buy in. Plus, we have a very good liquidity target. Oh, it's really buggy, right? From my side, my trading view. It's actually really shit, right? The Mac, a new Mac, actually doesn't work good in the live stream. So we are starting to push again. I'm not getting excited. This is the open, right? The candle open doesn't say really, right? It can just be manipulation, but if my bias is good, it's also great from, I will show it like this, it's just really buggy. Now we can see this higher time frame market structure. Okay, so we've built this leg, right? If we take a fib from the low to the high, and we've built this leg, so we don't really want to dig towards the high areas, right? So this is why I'm taking it over here, because I don't want to see price dig really high in towards the premium areas, because it will give retail sellers a chance to short, right? So I'd want to do it from over here or from over here, right? I don't want to see us go really to the upside. Again, as I see, this candle has a lot of volatility in it. Volatility in it. So if this doesn't work, now I'd want to see price just again dig higher. I take this high and do this accumulation process throughout over here. Right, if I see price goes towards too high, right? Towards these areas, then I would pass on this trade because sellers are entering. Now this looks really bad, right? But let's let it run again. Anyone has any other view on NQ, right? Who wants didn't know advanced liquidity, or actually not advanced liquidity in particular, right? Such a manipulative candle, right? Um, you can hear me, right? Just write in the chat, right? I'm not checking the voice, right? Just going live stream, right? Most of the time, I just when I see a setup, right? I see a good setup, I see good analysis. I just go live, right? I don't go live every day, basically because I don't trade every day, right? Not every day looks the best. One hour IFG. Yes, I don't really use IFGs, but yes, cool. Let's hope it will respect it. This one, right? I hope it will. Right, we've taken some highs and we've got back to this zone. Now, so we can continue our dumping. I hope so. Let's see. Right. Let's say this would have happened before the open, right? This week. Then I wouldn't be so sure about this position because now it has made this resistance, but again, we are in a trade, so let it run. Um, Yes, looks like the candle is kinda getting back. Right. I've chose this stop loss because with this bearish market structure change now, you can argue if this is a structure change, right? But once we are changing from bearish to bullish, now the retailers who are buying this zone, now they are aiming towards this high and this high, right? So this will be their first target, and it's also can considered as a safe area. Now, the stop loss placement should be at this region and not this point at these areas, because retail are not tipping at these areas, right? So they are only tipping in this area or this area. So this would be the aggressive stop loss, and this would be the safer one, right? Putting your stop loss over here is just wrong throughout my trading strategy, right? Because price can just again manipulate to the upside and go down like this. Okay, it didn't really go down yet, but yes, that's so price can do this and go down. Nothing says it doesn't say it's a wrong analysis, right? This is why I don't like putting stop losses or at end of OBs or FGs and like this.
Order filled.
Just entered on a second count. I'm getting the chat in really slow. So gold is pumping, you say? Let's see. Yes, it's pumping, right? But it didn't really give us, right? It didn't give us a sell area yet, right? So this would be the sell area. Okay, I don't want to participate in it. Mainly after it gave a good area for it to buy over here, right? So let's return to NQ because for somehow my Mac Air is in really bad. Okay, so we have started to make some sort of a bearish candle, right? Like this 15-minute candle went up and down like crazy, right? Roller coaster. It's Project X. Yeah. Okay, so we are starting to show some weakness. Let's go to the 5 minute. Yes, yes, this is the project X. Search project X and you find it. Right. It's a company of Top Step. Okay. Let's adjust. Take profit. Okay, so the candle is closed on the support. Okay, so this is a needs to be a good sign. Just a second. Now, okay, so this is needs to be a good sign. Um, Price is closed on the support, so we are entering even more buyers at this region that are placing their stop losses at this low. Now, if we really want to go towards the bias I've alerted, right, then it should expand aggressively, right? No need to go towards these highs. Um, Again, this ups from this support area just for the sake of manipulation, okay? I'm not getting triggered from this, right? But very, very choppy to be honest. The price action is really, really choppy, something that doesn't give us any safety, but again, let's see it play out. I probably won't be needing to close the live stream because of this bugginess I'm getting, but okay. So we have pumped from the support, right? Making this low as sell side, right? Let's mark it. So this is our sell side. Uh, it needs to go down towards this low. Throughout this low, after we go towards this low, maybe I will consider some sort of break even. Right, firstly I want to see the price action and then I will decide how do I want to manage this trade. Right, this trade is 2 hours, nothing too big, so yes, so let's watch it. Again, so let's explain the trade. We've kept the bearish market structure. We've taken this high. This high is considered the safe high. Okay, safe high. What do I mean safe high? Retail are seeing it as a safe high. Right? Let's say okay. So see if I can draw now. Let's say if I can draw, just a second. Okay. So if I can see, right, let's say we have this bearish market structure. Okay. Now we have this bearish market structure, and we, as a retail trader, okay, so I am as a retail trader, I've been taught, right, that when I see this market structure, then I need to short, right, this retracement. I need to enter shorts over here, and I need to place my stop loss at the highs, right? Every time I'm shorting the retracement, I need to place my stop loss at the high. Again goes, right, once taking the low, I want to wait for this retracement. I want to join a short over here, right? This is what I've been taught as a retailer. I want to short over here, and I want to put my stop loss over here, right? So let's make it red. So this would be my stop loss area. So retail are considering it as a safe high, right? Now retail are considering it as a safe high. So a lot of retailers are placing the stop losses at this high. So this high is liquidity, right? So we need to attack this high because a lot of stop losses are resting at this high. Now, this is what happened over here, right? We've taken the low, we've created this bearish market structure, we've taken the safe high. Now we've did a change in structure, right? Retail have bought over here their position, right? This market open have made them to buy even more, right? Placing the stop losses at this low. Now we've taken the major sell side. If I'm let's find out before explaining. So I hope you've understood something from this explanation, that we need to take these safe highs. Now the key is to understand when the higher time frame and the lower time frame are aligning to take these highs and lows, right? When it will work and when not. Now let's see. Okay, this is a very important area. Now we have our magnet, right? Again, this is our magnet. Let's just recheck. Yes, this is our magnet. Let's place it a bit higher. Okay, so this is our magnet. Now we have changed the structure again, right? So if we have this structure, now we have this structure. So if we take a fib from the high, sorry, to the low, we can see that the premium zone it's in this area, right? So if we can look for a SNR that retail will join, I would look for this one, right? That is in premium. So this is a bad area to go towards, right? But this bad area isn't in our entry, so price can simply go towards our entry and just continue down. So it's not a good place to put our break even. So I won't put a break even. If we'll go towards these areas and I can stretch a fib like this, now I can call these SNRs as a bad zone, and then I can move my stop loss to this region, but we didn't move then there yet. You can, okay, so Hey Bobby. So I hope you've understand the explanation. It's kind of complicated, right? If you just watch the videos in this YouTube, you could level up in really, right? I'm explaining a lot of the advanced liquidity techniques, of course, in the LU, but again, I have a lot of free stuff over here. Uh, Not good for my trade that I'm just advertising advanced liquidity at the moment, but let's just see it, okay? Let's see if it can continue the push. Do you guys have any questions? Right? In the meanwhile, okay, so let's check something. So, so yeah, we are starting to form the point 0.5 as I said. So I don't want to see us return to the zone. I won't move to B, okay, so maybe it will be manually because I'm scared of these zones if we close, right? If we dance in these zones, not if we just weak them. So from this point, I just want to see us continue bleeding. You say that there is a latency, probably because this is a YouTube live stream, right? It's it's possible that we have some latency. Um, so I see that we have a 1 hourly close in 2 minutes. That's something that's actually gives me a question, right? Whether I want, thank you, Gary, right? Whether I want to uh, move some partials over here, right? Because once we have an hour close, right, we can do some more noise before getting to the target. Let's check the 1 hour. Again, we are dropping from the zone. If we are closing like this, price can visit these areas again and continue down. The only thing I'm a bit scared of is that we will want to take this high now, right? Once we have this bearish, we can visit, take this high and go down. So I see, Gary. So you just need to pay, right? This NQ, right? The futures chart on TradingView needs a payment. So I'm removing a partial over here at this point, right? Let's just do it again.
Order filled.
So I actually removed the old position over here. So I'm satisfied with this one because because the 1 hour close, right? I'm fighting that price can just do something like this, take this high and continue down. It tend to do it a lot of times when we are approaching such an important level. Yes, so I think this was a good one, right? I'm happy with this one. It was only it's only 1.3 hours, but it was a great position in my side, right? So this was enough for this time. Now, if we see the thing I told you, right, that we are going to visit the highs and go down, then I may be going to take another shot. Now I've closed the position over here because I just entered in one. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this one and you've been able to understand it. So yes, this was enough for me. The close was around over here, something like this. Now I see we continue dropping, but I'm okay with leaving this small profit zone, right? Just securing the profits. Yes. Yes, I understand, Gary. You just need to, I see you have the delay. Okay, once you have these futures, right? This is a future chart. Okay, so in order to unlock this future chart, I've paid in the trading view for the CME. Okay, so without the CME, you can't view this chart. They have 10 minutes latency. Now, if you wanted the just use the US 100, right? Now price is dropping. It keeps on dropping towards the target. Yes, I've closed the position, but it's okay, right? I wanted to take a partial, but that's okay. So we are approaching our target. Right, this would be our target. If we take this low, right, without going back towards the highs, then I will just close the live with this one, right? So yes, I have some stock popping, so this alert probably managed to trigger your alert, right? So If you have any questions, right, about AL in general, right, you are welcome to ask. Um, Before I close the live stream, right, because looks like we are just heading towards the low. I won't close it, right? I will just give it a bit of wiggle room. But because of the choppiness, it's not, right, I can't really view any other pairs. It's really, really choppy. So I'm a bit new to this. Okay, so we are approaching our target. Um, so I'm happy with the bias, with all of the analysis we've did, and the explanation, right, and the time of joining, right. This was a good position, good day, and good analysis, right. If you have any other things you want me to answer you, right, use this platform, right, use this stage. Now we are really, really close to the target. Let's see on the save this one if we took the target or not. Right over here. Okay, so we are a bit far on the CFDs from the target, right? Unlike the futures one. So again, if we see this thing I told you, right, that we are going to climb towards these highs, then I'd be happy to take another short for today, but I'm satisfied with the one short we've already taken. And let's go to thank you and see if we took the low. Right, if we take the low, right, this isn't there isn't any room for another short, right? Only if we leave this low untouched. Okay, so I've popped an interesting stock. I will show you. Right, this is my alert. Now let's show you the analysis. Right. I expect it to do some sort of this L model 1, the ones who know it, right, from my YouTube. Then we've taken the sell side over here, right? We've gave retail a chance to sell, right? And I'm expecting from these zones to enter a buy towards the highs. So before entering a buy, I will add in the X channel, right, in Twitter or Telegram. Yes, this one. So let's put another. So yes, so I'm planning on buying these areas. Invalidation would be over here, right? I don't want to see price return over here, and I just wanted to make new highs, right? This is Intel stock. So you see, this is what I was a bit afraid of. The thing we are saying now, right? It doesn't say anything. Price can just continue dumping, but I was afraid of price going above. So let's see if it will happen. It's stuff you just learned from chart time, right? chart time with the right logic. Okay, so um, I think, right. So I want to show you another thing before. So I think if it would go towards the high, I don't think it will go, but if it would go towards the high, I will just take the short and I tell you about it in Telegram, but I will close the live over here. So in this live, right, from the newcomers, we've executed a short from the open towards the lows, right? Now we've closed a bit early just in order to secure the profits, and I'm afraid of price going towards new highs before the low, right? Because how price just went aggressively, right? A lot of times price just does this manipulation, and I hope you've enjoyed it, right? From the ones who aren't here from the start, I suggest to rewatch, right? This is very informative, right? I've explained everything, why, and all of this. And I hope you've enjoyed, and see you next time. Peace.